Hello all. Today let us go through next set of actions for the Excel. I've already created a bot for RPA Excel2 and I've added the basic ones like opening the Excel, which is the same Excel we are using as per our earlier video. I'm using a delay of 3 seconds and then I'm using the Excel close. All these three things have been discussed in the previous video that can be referenced. Let me open the Excel package here. And today the first thing that we are going to learn is switch to sheet. So what I have done is I have added a few things or modified in the Excel that we are using. I have added sheet 2 and sheet 3 here, and I've added a couple of informations here. So let me close this, and now let us go to the first one, switch to sheet. So let me go here. We have an option called switch to sheet. So here I am going to get multiple options like either by index or by name and the session as default. That is common. Okay, let me go to sheet. Now let me reopen and show where is my active set. I'm in sheet 1 as the active sheet. So let me go to switch to sheet, that is sheet 3. So let me jump there. So as soon as we run the bot, we see that the Excel opens from sheet 1 and then jumps to sheet 3. This is again one of the important actions for Excel. It's on sheet 1, it jumped to sheet 3. It's going to close the file now. Okay, so that is how we can use the switch to sheet. Let me disable this action for now and let's go to the next one. But before that, I want to move back to sheet 1. We open the Excel, move it here manually and then close it and verify if I sheet 1, let me save and then close. Okay, now let's go to the next one, which is get the cell address. So let me open the sheet again, get the cell address. So I am in a cell where there is no information. Let me click on this A3. A3 is having some information. Let me save and close. So let's go to the next action, which is get cell address. Let's scroll here. Let's get cell address here. The active cell, yes, I want to get to the active cell, or I can say specific cell, which is A3. So I just use the active cell. Session is default. I can use a variable called Excel cell address, which I have created, and now I have to display this as the message. So let's use a message box. Use Excel cell address dollar Excel cell address. It's a string, so I don't have to convert anything. So let's run this, get the cell address. So we're going to get the cell address of that particular cell, which is A3 as of now. The Excel open, then you'll get to see this information. It's in A3. See, we got the information as A3. So that is how we can get the cell address. So these are some of the operations that are pretty handy in handling Excel tasks. Okay, so let me do the slide modification. So let me also disable the previous section. Now let's go to the next one, which is get the row number. Back to Excel actions. Now we want to get the row number. So let us scroll down and say get row number. So as you see here, we can see for the active cell or specific cell session default, and let us choose a variable. Let us reuse the Excel cell address and then click on run. So now we will get to see the row number, which is third row. So we will get the information as 3 in the message box. If we are in D15, we will get the information as 15. As simple as that. Okay, the Excel will close now. Okay, great. let's disable this and go to the next one. Get number of rows. Get number of rows is again one of the important actions. All of these are important. I don't have to say anything specific. Okay, we can go by the index number of the sheet 1, or like we can say we'll go to sheet 1. We'll get the number of rows where the data is present. We will have to use this same session name. Let us use the default. Now we'll have to create a new variable called Excel row count. Okay, Excel row count is a number, so we will have to delete this and say dollar Excel row count, but we'll have to convert this into string. We have to put a dot and then to string, and now click on run. Now we will get in how many rows the data is present. Let us count the number of rows, unique rows where the data is present once the Excel opens. As you can see, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 rows. Okay, so let us open this Excel and delete these 3. Now we will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even though there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 messages, the first row has 2 messages, so it will count as 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this information, now when I execute the bot, we will get the information as 5. There we go. You can see the message is 5. Now let's go to the next one. Get single cell value. Let us disable this. I'm going to open the Excel and I'm going to manually place the cell for the demo purpose. I'm putting in A3. I'm saving the Excel and closing it. Now let us go to the next one. Get single cell. Get single cell is going to give us the information of that particular cell. I'm saying active cell or a specific cell, we can say. I have particularly placed in active in A3. I could have done that without even going open the Excel and saving it, but we have these options. Okay, and now let us reuse the Excel cell address. I'm going to modify the message $Excel cell address and now run. So now what happens is that we are in A3 as of now, as we saw a moment ago. We're going to get the information what is there in that A3 or in a specific cell. Let's say we have test message from RPA. So if we had told from a specific string a specific cell and say B10, we would have got test message as the information. So that's how we can use. So these are all different actions that are going to be very handy in doing the Excel operations. Now let's get the column name. So let's like the row name, we can get the column name, wherein we can get the name of the column. Okay, let us now search get the column name. Okay, so the active cell, I am going to put the same Excel cell address. In certain cases we can reuse these variables, in certain cases we will have to create new variables. So the naming convention has to be in such a way that we don't create a confusion for ourselves and the bot is clearly able to execute and read what is needed. So we are in the A column, so we can see the information as A. So if you were in D30, we would get the information as D. If we are in X45, we get the information as X. So that's the column where we are present. Okay, let me disable that. Now let's get the worksheet names. This is also another useful utility. Here I'll have to create another type of variable called list. So if I go here, it is a list type. So I've already created that. Excel worksheet names I'm going to use, and now I'm going to go back here, dollar, that's a worksheet list, but I have to convert it to string. Put a dot, list to string. Now click on run. As we saw, we had sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3 in the Excel. We will get the list of the sheet names. It could be anything. So whatever is the sheet names, it will give us the list of all the sheet names. Here we get sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. Whichever is in that order, it's the same order, it's going to give us the names. Now we know that we were in a particular cell, but we want to go to a particular cell. So what we can do is we can say go to cell. This is another important one. Let's say I want to go to C10, and let me disable the message box as well. That's not needed for now. Now let us run. So from wherever it is the active cell, it will jump to B10. Sorry, C10. With that, it jumped to C10. So this again will help us in doing certain Excel operations. I'll be taking up certain examples as well as we go further. This is just the introduction of various operations using Excel. Now we jump to C10, but I want to go to next empty cell. That is our next operation. Go to next empty cell. We have multiple options here. From the active cell or from a specific cell. From the active cell, if I want to move to the leftmost, to the left cell, which is the next empty cell, to the right, which is the next empty cell, to the upwards or downwards. Okay, if I just run this, we were in C10, we were moving to the next, to the left side, which is the empty cell. So the Excel opens. The active cell is C10. It moves to the next empty cell, which is A10. Now let us just do right of it. We were in A10 now. I'm going to execute this, and now it shall find its next empty cell. And place the cursor, cursor of the active cell into the next empty cell, which is C10. Now, if I do upwards, I could see in C7 there was some messages, test message. If I click up, it will just stay one cell below it. I think it should be C8 is where it has to end up. C9, sorry. And now we will go downwards. It will go to the bottommost cell if there is nothing. But if there is a data, then it will just go to the one cell below, which is empty. Okay, this is how it works. So I'll be covering more of these in the next session. Bye for now. Thank you.